Hello, welcome back to Digimon Cyber Sleuth. This is part 9 of this Reading the Speedrun Guide series. As usual, I'll put the time we are at right here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into this one. So first thing we're going to be doing, we are starting off in the detective agency. We're just going to leave, mash through a little bit of text, and head back into the office and accept the new case that we just got. And like normal, we'll accept the one with the red pen in it. All right, we're gonna mash through some of this text, and we're gonna head up to the K Cafe and mash through some text with Ryota, who's one of the normal NPCs that we talk to throughout. He's just kind of a generic character. All right, we're gonna jump on the elevator here, head up to the K Cafe. All right, now that we mashed through that, we're gonna go back downstairs and we're gonna head to the Nakano underpass. Not sure why it took the long way, but it works. We'll get there. All right, we're just going to kind of run through a lot of this area. Mash through here. The instructions here say mash and then high security, run through. And then we're going to start using our copy and paste hacker skill. But first, we got to stay here for hours. Okay, so just a kind of a recap. High security is the ability that we use to limit the amount of encounters that we can get. So we'll get less encounters throughout here. We're just going to kind of run through this area as best we can. Okay, we'll run over here. We're going to copy this yellow. And then there's going to be a colorless base just south of here. And we're going to go there and we're going to paste the yellow there. And that's going to open up this next teleporter. Probably should be battling these. There's nothing in the notes that says that we should not be battling, so probably going to save a little bit of time on the grind later by just taking these encounters. So after we copy the yellow, we're actually just supposed to be using a memory up and then an escape gate. Well, it says escape gate, but I think it means the export, most likely. In the notes, it does say escape gate. Okay, so we use the export, and then we're supposed to run through until back at agency. So I guess that just means we're just going to run all the way back to the agency, the detective's office. Oh, okay. It means run through the Nakano underpass. So copy and pasting the yellow to the base, or the colorless base, just opens up that door. Okay, now that we're back at the agency, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take a case and then head to Tokyo Tower and connect jump. So it's a little confusing because in the notes it doesn't say anything about suspending a case. So I definitely am getting confused on the case, on what I'm supposed to be doing, but I guess it all works out in the end. I'll have to go back through and see which one I'm supposed to be doing and if I was supposed to take a different case or not. Okay, so now that I'm here, I'm going to find a spot to connect jump over here at this terminal. Okay, then the instructions for here say for a high security and then run down and up. And then we're going to come up to a boss fight. And you can see the boss fight is just another eater. And again, this one where it says to use acceleration boost, and then Giga Blaster, which I still do not have the acceleration boost. Apparently to me that means use the agility boost. But we're just gonna end up using the Giga Destroyer, and Platinum Sukamon is just gonna guard. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go in, I'm going to hand in the case, and then it says take Ryota case. So I feel like I didn't need to take that other Ryota case. But I'll look into that a little bit more and redo all that. So we go to the board, we hand the case, then we take that open Ryota case that we did before. Yeah, so it says mash there, so we were probably supposed to wait and take that Ryota case until right here. So first floor by back entrance. And then we go up to the third floor by comic store. This is all talking about people we're supposed to be talking to. I was supposed to go down there. I pretty much just took the long way around. It's fine. Talk to this person. And then third floor back corner. So if I would just kept going, there we go. Go that way. So the back corner, I think it means over by like restrooms, I think is what they are. Yeah. Okay. Then we're going to head over to Kowloon level 3 after we're done mashing all this. Okay, once we get to Kowloon level 3, we're going to use our high security. And then it says left, talk to guy. but we're supposed to be going up here first and then go to the left. So we talk to this guy, we mash for a while, then we hand in the case. It's another one of those, pay attention to what you're mashing, otherwise you're gonna end up just in a constant cycle of mashing the same text. Ah, ghost. Alright, so we go hand in this case, and then we continue on with some story stuff, I guess. So next place we're supposed to go to is Shibuya. Oh, I guess I just saw music store. See, all this text was just put line, 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 including like where you're supposed to go and everything. So I think I went there before I actually like separated out to know that I'm supposed to be at a new area. So I went to just a music store up on the second floor. But yeah, we go to Shibuya now. And we go until we find the music store. And we're going to have another little, I guess, end of chapter boss. So we're going to mash through this, then use a home gate, and we're going to, I think we accept another quest here. That involves us coming right back here to the music store. And you see they hit it at the bottom. All those ones with the red pins and everything, they're usually like grouped up here in the corner and everything, but they had it like down a little bit further, so it looked out of place. Now, mash, then we talk to this guy on the far right. That's going to help us progress. Then we're going to mash for quite a while. So the point of this quest, this is actually one of my favorite side quests, like story-wise. Pretty much everyone's getting obsessed with this new artist that's out, where their music is just loud noise, like that's what you were just listening to. And we're pretty much trying to figure out what's going on with that, so we have to find the Digimon that's responsible. And anyone who's ever seen the Digimon anime, there's one of the main antagonists that was very music related. I wonder where we go. Alright, so we're going to run in here. Yeah, for those of y'all who guessed Edamon, you were correct. Edamon's going to be our little boss fight at the end here. On here now it says HP spray C. So I think that meant we're going to pick up an HP spray. So there's one chest that we're going to have to get. And then we just run to the end and it says get other item. And it's also, after that, it says back and forth a few times, then connect jump. You'll understand what that means when we get there. Okay, we got our HP spray. There's going to be one other item that we get. It doesn't have listed on here what the item is, but... So, I just pick up another item and I hope it's the right one. And it just says run to end. For the most part, I'm just taking a guess on where I'm supposed to run. And I'm just going back over here to see if there was the other item over here. And there was another item. SP attack. Okay, yeah, we do. I'm pretty sure we do use that later. But yeah, it doesn't say on the instructions where to go, but you just pretty much follow Edamon. And the other spot, if you went the wrong way, then you at least still got the item that you needed. And this is the part where it says back and forth a few times. I don't think I needed to pick up the other item, but I did anyway. So yeah, Edamon's just going to keep running back and forth. Eventually we get an idea. That's why it says then connect jump. So we just follow this way. It says up, 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 up. So we just hold up. And this takes us to the other side of Edamon. So we surprise attack him. This fight's pretty easy. It just says Edamon smash. So yeah, we lost the Platinum Sukamon there, so I just changed him out, so that way we do get the extra experience still. But yeah, easy fight. At this point, it has a time check of 3 hours, 46 minutes, and 19 seconds. So by that logic, the last time check on here is about like 9 hours, 45 minutes, so there's still quite a bit of run left to go. Alright, then we're going to mash through here, turn in the case, and then mash some more. Alright, and then we mash through this, and that should be the end of chapter 6. We have a little bit more of this video left to do. I think I went a very tiny bit into chapter 7. Demon Pilgrimage Capriccio. I read that as Cappuccino. Alright, so after we're done mashing through here, we're gonna go upstairs. It says Metal Man. If you play the game casually, the Metal Man is someone where some of the shiny spots you find on the ground are just Digimon medals. If you collect them and give them to the Digimon, the Metal Man, then he gives you items or money based on how many you give him. But in this case, he just unlocks Kowloon level 4. So then we're going to go back to the HC. We're going to jump online and go to Kowloon level 3 and unlock Kowloon level 4. Do this, we'll go up the elevator. Okay, run forward here, use high security, and then we're going to use our copy ability again. We're going to copy a red base. So it says copy red to blank, then go opposite way and up. Again, I should probably be taking these encounters to save some time on the grind we have to do later. So we'll copy this. Oh, I remember this. This is why this video is still 11 more minutes. Because this I get really confused on. I take an extra kind of mini boss encounter actually that is completely optional. So we're going to go opposite way and up is what it says. Mash, then run to end area, smash. So we do have to fight a mini boss. But I get completely lost on where I'm supposed to go here. So we're going to be running through here for a while. Yeah, so this is the optional boss that I end up fighting is a Flame Dramon. Which ends up actually being from what I remember, a difficult boss. He actually does a bit of damage. The acceleration boost is what I'm supposed to have on both my Metal Greymons right now. Because you see it just guarantees a crit. But I just auto battle through here. I guess it wasn't as hard as I remember it. But it did take quite a bit of SP, quite a bit of attacks. He was quite tanky. You also get the Digi-Egg of Courage, so for some reason, if I decide that I want a Flame Dramon, then that's how you get it. I did get an extra memory up, which was kind of nice. So here I saw the guy with the exclamation point right next to where I started. So this is where the line then go opposite way and up. That's where that comes in handy. So we mash through here, then we run to the end area and get into our actual encounter we're supposed to have. And here it just says smash, don't save. I forget what Digimon it was that we had to fight here. Hitmon and Guilmon is a fun combo to see. Again, if you watch the anime, you know why. So you see off in the distance there's a guy with a exclamation point above his head that we did not have before. So you see how much quicker this area could have been. We could have saved about 7 minutes. And also not fought a Flame Dramon. So we're just going to mash through here. We're going to find another Digimon. And I think that's the last of this video. Alright, Bakumon and Cherrymon. Easy. Easy level ups too. Alright, at some point here, we're supposed to not save. But just in case, we are at Nakano right now. We're just supposed to mash through here and then head to the second floor. I think what ends up happening, we mash through here. Yeah, I'm just going to let this play out and see what happens. Oh look, it's Jimmykin again. We just can't get rid of him. Okay, the music's getting a little bit more intense, so you know that something's about to happen. Alright, looks like I'm keeping going, so we go up to the second floor. We're going to find Nokia. She's just down this hallway. And we're going to mash through her dialogue, then head up to the fourth floor and mash through Ryota, and then head back to the agency. Oh. Well, that was an odd spot to save, I think, and end that spot. If you look at the notes, it's like right in the middle of a line, which is odd for me, but we'll take it. So the next thing we're going to do is go into the K Cafe, talk to Ryota, go back to the agency, and then continue on with the story. But thank you all for joining. for this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this content, and I will see you all for the next part.